have not seen that, especially that fast. Now, you know what, I do think it's important that they have rules. Oh, fuck. Sure you do. It's important that we have them.
That was the somewhat cheeky response from Panthers head coach Paul Maurice after what was a wild end to last night's game in what appeared to be a victory for the Panthers after the shootout. But as last night marked the return of the Panthers to Toronto for the first time since taking the Leafs out of last year's playoffs, you just knew something crazy was bound to go down. And it did. These two were all squared up after 60 in what was overall a low-scoring affair. Good goaltending and just not much space given on the ice. But it was the Panthers in the first who were able to crack Woll as Stenlund got his sixth. And over in the second, it was the Leafs. After Nylander almost beat Stolarz here, this one was on the goal line, but ultimately it would be Noah Gregor breaking loose with a full head of steam, comes down and beats Stolarz to square it up at 1 with a pretty goal. Now again, it was a tightly played game, and with more great goaltending from here on out on both ends, it meant we got overtime. But not before this funny moment. Right at the end of the frame, the Maple Leafs, with yet another too many men called, led to Reeves on the bench, putting his hand up like he's at school, volunteering to go serve the penalty. And Keefe is like, no, thank you, but that's all right. I don't know. This one just made me chuckle a bit. But with that, we know OT solved nothing, so we'll just go straight to the shootout, where after goals from Matthews, who slid one between the pads, and Reinhart, who just casually came down and ripped it glove side, got us eventually into the 5th round, where Robinson, trying to go 5-hole, would get shut down, and so the game was now on the stick of Evan Rodrigues. He comes down, dekes to the forehand, and he scores, beating Woll under his left pad, and this game was over. Well, at least the Panthers thought so. The fans thought so. Stands already half empty, but hold on just a minute. This one was reviewed, and sure enough, although it happened quick in real time, this was a double tap, which obviously you can't score on the rebound in the shootout, and so this one was not over. Fans quickly trying to make their way back into their seats, and the Panthers players having to come back to the ice with unfinished business, and guess who? Noah Gregor was up. Already with the 1 goal in hand, he had a chance to extend the game, goes wide, back in, and he does just that, scoring his 2nd of the night to come back from the dead, as the Maple Leafs were now suddenly 1 save away from winning this game. Cousins up to the plate in real slow, and he hits the post, and just like that, 2 points turned to 1 point, and the Maple Leafs, who were down and out just moments before, end up taking the victory. So definitely a crazy finish in this one, but this has happened before. I remember the Penguins appeared to lose to the Rangers back in 2014. Both teams were fully off the ice. The game was over. Just for them to have to all come back out, and the Penguins would eventually score on the next shot and then take the victory after a big stop from Fleury to steal that game. It's definitely not often that you see this, but yeah, never a dull moment in hockey. But with that said, that is it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.